Last round of technical difficulties there. We're just getting on a tangent anyway. It's probably good that I had to take a break. We back now. Yeah, got off of the rails a little bit there. But yeah, YouTube subscribers, the kind of gear that you're carrying with you don't make you successful out in a survival situation. It's not going to save your life or anything like that. You just got to do what you do. And as I was saying right there at the end of that, I know a couple of guys out there who are legitimately great guys pumping out content every single day, and I know their channels aren't going to go anywhere, and it's not because they're not good guys, it's because their content is shit. It's just random shit. Yeah, I'm hoping they'll come back. We had a little bit of a break there. My screen froze up, and then it said that I got disconnected, and then by the time I reconnected, I come back in here, and I'm only seeing 2 people in the chat now, and I had almost 20 in there a second ago. We're still gonna go a little bit longer though here. Yeah, we're just picking up where we left off. Even my counter restarted on me. I got one, no, I got 2 bars left on the recharge. So it's holding up okay. Well, like I said, we just hanging out now, bullshitting, talking about whatever comes to mind. We are probably, well, we're gonna move outside the shelter here a little bit. I do want to keep my gear with me, or handy, but we're gonna go ahead and move outside the build, get a different perspective. Hopefully everybody comes back. Sometimes you got technical difficulties in your bushcraft live streams. Oh, we can hang out here in the front yard for a little bit. Let me grab my beer. Tried to move, lost the stream, got the stream back up. Hopefully everybody can find it again. It didn't take them too long to scatter us though, did it? We've been hanging out here a long damn time tonight. Man, that looks pretty like that. I'm so happy with the progress that we've made on this tonight. She's looking good. Looking damn good. Yes, it is a home away from home. I tell you what, I could not wait to get out here today. And it wasn't good. I mean, it was just, I'm comfortable here. You found us? Thank God. Well, we're going to go for a little bit longer. Hopefully, others can join in us here. What time is it? Almost 9 o'clock. We've been streaming for 3 hours now. This is going to go well over 3 hours. Still got battery power left. I knew we was going to be out here late. That's why I brought my hoodie. But it is getting chilly out here now. I should have had a fire ready to go. It would have been nice to have a fire here tonight. I keep hesitant. I keep wanting to rig one up, but then I'm thinking, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be streaming anyway. So why, go through the whole process of starting an actual fire and just to be moving on. I'm comfortable enough, and again, got my hoodie, so it's all good. We'll be letting these walls set up probably until Saturday. I'm thinking Saturday morning I'll come out here and I'll go ahead and chink up the inside of these stone walls and do some of the wood process. And I do have to work all weekend too, so I got the job to think about. Try to wiggle that in. Tomorrow I got to work from 9:45 till 4 in the afternoon, so that's the whole fucking day that I could be out here hanging out at camp and doing some more of this. It's going to be gone by the time I get home. It's going to be like 5:30, 6 o'clock. that's not a lot of daylight to come out here and do a lot of work. So that's why I was thinking that tomorrow we'll just hang out at the house and I'll go ahead and do the work that I need to do on the compound bow and try to get that done. Maybe we'll have enough daylight where we can actually shoot off the compound bow. I do have some targets there at the house and got plenty of arrows. I'll be out there, it's pretty serious. I'll be out there, I'll be going out in my backyard there, target shooting with the compound bow every fucking day for a couple of weeks. Just making sure that I'm repeating my form the same way over and over and over again until it becomes like a instinctive thing and I don't think about it, I just do it. And before I go out hunting, I do that every time before I go out on a hunt, is I practice and practice and practice obsessively, shoot and shoot and shoot like there's no reason not to shoot. So I'll be out there tearing the shit out of that bow target, just getting ready for deer season, because when I do go out deer hunting, I want to make a clean shot. I don't want the deer to suffer any longer than they have to. I want it to just go down and not even know what happened to it. Yeah, we're going to do that tomorrow night. That's what I was thinking. Since I have to work all day tomorrow, I won't have time to come out here and do any of the wood processing or anything like that we got to do for the next steps in the build process. So after I get off of work tomorrow, I'll get home and I'll get everything set up, and then we'll be there at my house, and we'll have my compound bow out and quiver full of arrows, and we'll do some target shooting. I got to adjust my draw weight on there, and I was shooting high and to the left, so I need to make some adjustments to the sights and try to get that thing zeroed in. So that's what we're going to do on the live stream tomorrow. I think that's a good idea. It'll be a little bit less stressful, like, because I don't know what my work day is going to be like. This is my first time working a day shift instead of working at night. So yeah, that's how we're going to do that. We'll just go out there and shoot the bow tomorrow. So we'll get some adjustments made to the compound bow, and I'll be able to live stream that, how to make those adjustments, and get your measurements and everything right. And then we'll have the target set up, and we can do some shooting right on the live stream. Old Steve Johnson sharing out the Huntsman Live Bushcraft series over there on Twitter. I just got a notification. Steve Johnson follows me over there on Twitter, and he's always liking and retweeting my stuff. He just tweeted out that we're streaming right now. That's pretty cool. Crossbows are good. They're cool. A lot harder to shoot a second arrow, but yeah. I started off with shotgun. I started off all my hunting with shotgun. I had a 12 gauge when I was 8. I got my 20 gauge when I was 10, and that was for rabbit. We go rabbit hunting, and then my dad opened up kennels called Briar Patch Kennels, and we basically what we did was we took in beagles primarily, and we trained them to hunt rabbits. So I spent a lot of my childhood training beagles to track and hunt. When we got the beagles were out of the way, we were tracking them to hunt geese, ducks, things like that. So yeah, I had a lot of practice training dogs to hunt, and then of course I was out there hunting with them. And the dogs taught me a lot about rabbit hunting, and a lot about tracking deer. Because whenever you're out rabbit hunting with dogs, you turn the dogs loose, they'll kick up a rabbit and they'll chase it. That rabbit will run around in a big old circle and come right back to you. So when your dogs start barking and chasing that rabbit, you stop and sit down. And then that rabbit's going to run right back to you, and then you just shoot it. Hey, Tyler. So rabbit hunting's easy. All you got to do is turn the dogs loose and let the dogs run the rabbit right back to you, and you just pick it off. Go out hunting like that with the dogs, and if we weren't rabbit hunting with dogs and we just go up and down the railroad track, and just walking down the railroad track, they come running up out of the thicket patch that always runs alongside the railroad track, and we just pick them off in there. Ate a lot of rabbit growing up, a lot of squirrel too. And then me and my cousin Rocky, him and I would go out raccoon hunting all the time. But back in the day, you could go out coon hunting and you could sell the pelts and make a pretty good, wad of money off of raccoon pelts. So we was out fur collecting all the damn time. But whenever you're out hunting raccoon for fur, you don't want to tear them up. So you want to use like a 22 or something like that. You want as small a hole as possible. But we would go out coon hunting all the time, which is what made me comfortable being in the woods and hiking through the woods at night, because I was always out coon hunting anyway. Yeah, yeah, that's a good recap video. I have fun making those music videos. And the music videos that I put out, where I'm just taking the content and spinning it out, I just take some of my favorite moments from the Huntsman series or from the channel, and I mash it all together into a music video, whatever song that I'm listening to at the time, or whatever song comes to mind, and just throw that out as sort of an extra thing. It's sort of motivation for me. It's a memory lane, and yeah. Uh, I do love making the music videos. That's a more creative side of the channel, and I don't know too many other outdoors channels that are just putting out music videos like that. Of course, you can't monetize those videos. All of the monetization for those videos goes to the artist, but the partner program and a lot of the artists out there, that especially country music artists, will allow you to use their music in your videos. You just can't make them. They just get the money from the views. So it's a fair trade. I get to put out a really awesome video, and they get, you know, their money for the you know, the music that's in it. So I do like making the music videos. I'm not on YouTube to make a career out of it anyway. So putting out videos that others make money off of, that don't bother me a bit. I actually have a few more music videos that I want to make up. Yeah, it's just some inspirational stuff. And I always listen to country music. My wife listens to a bunch of strange shit. I don't know, she's got a different kind of soul than I do. But I grew up on country music. I listen to country music now. I do listen to other genres though, but it's not. I don't like rap or anything like that. I like old country music. I like country music that sounds like fucking country music. So yeah, if I put out a music video, you can bet your ass it's probably going to be a country song. That's the story of my life, as a country song. When you grow up country, that's the stuff that you relate to. Yeah, I thought the video came out really good. I had a lot of fun making that video. The music videos are a lot of fun for me, and that's what I really do it for. Is if I can't get out into the woods for whatever reason, whether it's work or something's going on at home or something like that, I can always take footage that I have, or unreleased footage, because a lot of the stuff that I film is left on the cutting room floor. I cut out a lot of footage whenever I make like the Friday night episodes. Usually I cut out an hour's worth of footage and throw it away. Or I take that unreleased footage and I make music videos or some sort of other product out of it. So I'm sort of recycling that. And I hope it's motivational and it inspires people, and it's just like I said, a more creative thing. It's a lot more fun for me to just sit down and listen to my favorite country song, look at my favorite highlights from the show. That keeps me motivated, it keeps me going, it keeps the energy level up, and it's just another facet to the channel that a lot of other bushcraft and survival channels aren't doing. I don't know why they don't do it. They should. They should make their own promotional videos. And that's what those music videos really are. That's kind of a promotional thing. You're promoting your channel. You're not making any money off of that promotion. That money goes to the artist whose music you're using. But whenever people see that, they get to see highlights of your channel, and that might hook them in, so they come in. If they were just come into this live show and we're sitting here bullshitting at my bushcraft build right now, they see one type of thing that we do. But we do so much shit on this channel, it's retarded. You know, tracking deer. We're going to be going on hunts. We even have videos where it's, talking about health and fitness, working out in my home gym, gathering up bones. We go on fishing trips. We do so much shit on this channel that you can't really describe the channel in one sentence or in one paragraph or in one description. But whenever they see those highlight videos, those music videos, it's kind of condensed a little bit, and the energy's jacked up, the music's cranked up, and you sort of get a vibe of everything that we do all in a 3-minute shot. That's a pretty good deal. And it's a good promotional thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty cool deal. We got the Backwoods Brotherhood over there on Facebook. That's a public Facebook group, Huntsman's Backwoods Brotherhood. That's one facet that spun off of the channel. we do a lot of, there's some channel promotion over there, like whatever we got coming up on the channel. If you are involved in the Huntsman's Backwoods Brotherhood group, you sort of get like the first announcement of what's coming up on the channel. You get behind the scenes stuff, and then we release a lot of funny memes, and it's a lot more laid back. It's not always bushcraft and survival. It's basically rednecks hanging out. So it's a lot of fun, and it's just for fun. And then we got the Huntsman Bushcraft Facebook page. So we got a group, Facebook group, the Backwoods Brotherhood group. We got the Huntsman Facebook page, where everything can be released over there and shared into other groups. We got a Reddit forum. We got Bushcraft Unlimited over on Reddit, where anybody can share their videos, their YouTube videos, outdoors YouTube videos on Reddit, right on my forum. There's no moderation to it. There's no rules to that forum. You can post whatever content you want, and you can get that exposure on Reddit. A lot of my views come from Reddit. But if you try to find a Reddit forum where you can share your videos freely, and you don't have some moderator or some little pansy-ass bitch boy complaining that you're spamming, it's hard to do. So I made a forum where you can do that all you fucking want. You get your material out on Reddit, and it's seen by more people. A lot of my views come from Reddit. A lot of the interactions I have come from Reddit, but they're not coming from Reddit groups that are already established with 10, 15 moderators and a shit ton of rules, because they want to make this little microcosm where they think they're in control. That's just a bunch of anal retentive shit. Either you want to share experiences in the wilderness and lessons that you're learning out in the wilderness, or you fucking don't. If you're just trying to make yourself look good and you don't want anybody coming in with anything bigger, badder, or better, you know, whatever. So I made my own forum. I can offer links to that forum if you guys want to get your content out on Reddit, which is a huge community. You know, you can always use my forum over there on Reddit to send your videos over there, and they'll get seen by other people. You know, all you got to do is subscribe to the Bushcraft Unlimited. It's got a white-tailed deer skull logo on Reddit, and you can share all of your videos right there. You'll see some of my content up there too. And then, of course, I have my own personal profile on Reddit that I share stuff on. All of my videos go out to Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, and I have 2 different Instagram accounts that I share content on. We got the Huntsman BC Instagram account, where you get still photos and a lot of behind-the-scenes photos on that account. And I have another account that's coming up that's just under my name, that's going to give... whenever I premiere that's going to give the background story behind the Huntsman series. All of the secret stuff is going to be on that account. So you're going to see photos from where all of this came from years before it ever actually happened. So anybody that wants to know the background story to me and why I'm out here doing the things I do and why I am the way I am, that account is going to give it all away, with photos, descriptions, and a whole different series that's going to be happening on there. So building a social media network, an entire network around your channel, is key to growing on YouTube, and is key to reaching more and more people. You can't just post stuff on YouTube. You have to share it out everywhere you possibly can, even if you burn bridges doing it. Because once the message is out there, it's out there. I have videos on my channel that are like over a year old that are still getting comments. You know, because new people are discovering these videos, and they're commenting on these videos that are so fucking outdated. I don't even remember what I said in the video, so I have to go back and watch my own video to see what the hell these people are talking about before I can respond to them. But I got a couple videos on my channel that probably cost me a lot of subscribers and probably prevented a lot of people from subscribing to my channel because of what I said in it. Yeah, it's not what I do for a living. I just got it all networked where it's almost instantaneous. Whenever this video processes, it'll automatically go out to all of my social media accounts. It's kind of like a robot. I developed my own AI to share my content, and all of my videos are duplicate uploaded, so they're being uploaded to this channel and to another channel on a private server. Yeah, we're still going for a little bit. So I got backups. I got insurance policies just because of the kind of content that I release. Nobody can flag my channel and have it taken down. I just re-release the channel. And I don't think YouTube would be too happy if I released over 500 videos all at the same damn time. And whoever tried to take my channel down wouldn't be happy about it either. Like, we got this guy deleted off of YouTube, and here he comes back with all of his content intact. I know what I'm doing whenever it comes to the internet. I know I'm going to have detractors. I know I'm going to have guys out there that hate my fucking guts because of the things I say and do, and because I'm tugging on Superman's cape almost every fucking video I put out. I'm saying, you know, these big bushcrafters out there, these city slicker sons of bitches trying to push product on you, aren't any special. They're nothing special. They're no better than you are. So don't get intimidated by them or anything like that. Rich, you're with me all the time, brother. Unless you're driving. Yeah, I'm the anti-hero in the outdoors community. I'm the guy that a lot of guys wish would just go the fuck away. Because I always got something to say, and it ain't the most popular opinion, but it's mine. I ain't saying you have to subscribe to my channel. I ain't saying you have to follow me. It's all voluntary. Every subscriber that I got volunteered to subscribe. They want to see it. Or they wanted to see it a minute ago. And then I got other people that come to the channel, and if they see me say something about Joe Robinette or something like that, then they're like, I'm not going to watch this guy. He's a dick. He's, just jealous. Why the fuck would I be jealous of little Joey Robinette? I mean, he's a good kid, but he's a city slicker turned businessman. The only reason he's doing the YouTube thing is because he can't hold down a man's job. So him, just like all the other fucking millennials that came before and after him, are trying to get this free ride through life where they get the most amount of money for the least amount of effort. Okay, great. If that's the way you want to go about your life like that. But what's Joe Robinette going to do whenever YouTube finally fails him? And it will. He can't go on YouTube forever. He's not going to retire from YouTube. What's he going to put on his resume? Well, Joe, thanks for applying, but what have you been doing for the past 10 years? Oh, I had a YouTube channel, and I was an outdoors entrepreneur. That's what he's going to have to say to his future boss. And that guy is probably going to be an old fella like me, and he's going to look at him like he's fucking crazy. And he's not going to get hired because he doesn't have any recent experience in the fucking job field that he's trying to get into. He's been out of practice for too long. Joe's got a good resume. He's got a good education. And he had a job with the fucking government, He was doing some great work for Canada. And then he threw it all away to be a YouTuber. And now he's been out of work for so fucking long, nobody will ever hire him. And he didn't think about that. I do. But I've worked all my life, My wife has worked all her life. We wouldn't know what to do without fucking jobs. We'd probably kill each other. I was fucking stir crazy whenever I got cut from my last job. That little time that I had between my last job and the job I got now, I couldn't fucking stand not working. I can't stand just sitting around the house doing nothing. I gotta have some kind of work, and I don't give a shit what it is. I gotta have a paycheck coming in, steady income coming in. YouTube is never gonna be steady income. It goes up and down every fucking month. You don't know what you're gonna get from one month to the next, and I'm not gonna bank on that kind of unstable income like that. I don't get nothing off of YouTube to make a living off of. I can't make a living off of YouTube. At least not right now. And even if I could make a living off of YouTube, I wouldn't be out here fucking doing this shit and sitting on my ass for 6 days out of a week. I can't do it. I'm just not built that way. And other people are built that way, where they just want to be the social media personality. And they think it's easy, and they think that's going to carry them through life, and it ain't. It might last a couple of years, but that's all you're going to get out of it. You get a couple of years of being a lazy douche, and then you got to fucking man up. Should have been a man the whole damn time. Yep. Bushcraft in 207. Welcome to the most unmotivational live stream you'll probably ever see in your life. We're just telling every fucking YouTuber out there that you're probably not going to go over on YouTube and you can't make it into a career. Yeah, it's coming together all right. We'll take a look at the inside here in a minute. Actually, I have to get me I done went through my beer. I got a little bit of bourbon left, and I got a flask of wine in here I'm about to bust out because I'm starting to lose my voice talking so much. We've been streaming for, I know we've been streaming over, yeah, it's dark here. I know we've been streaming for over 3 hours now. I always have something to drink. Maker's Mark is the shit. I do have my flask of Maker's Mark here strung out. You know I do. We'll take a nip of that, and then we'll finish off with the wine. So, strung out right there. My Maker's Mark and my grandpa's Jack Daniel pocket flask. It's got a nice curve to it. Fits right in your back pocket. That thing is an antique. And I'm drinking fresh Maker's Mark bourbon out of that flask tonight. I am the ghost. I am always going to be the monster at the end of this book. That one went down a little funny. Honestly, I'm pretty good at drinking bourbon, but we also got the old Huntsman wine flask out here. We're going to get some wine in me, see if I can soothe my voice a little bit. Yeah, I have rants. I'm known for my rants, right? I mean, that's what everybody came to see. What the fuck is this sumbitch saying? Ooh! Wine. Bourbon and wine. Bourbon with a wine chaser. That's some shit. So I've had beer, bourbon, and wine out here. Yeah, I need to hike out of the woods in the dark. Don't forget that, Jefferson. We got to hike out of this woods to get back to the truck. We don't have no survival gear with us. We're out here with a Vaunt LED lantern. We got the rechargeable light up there in the Bushcraft build. Hey, I get it, brother. I totally get it. Yeah, we got a good buzz going on right now, though. Let's go ahead and take a look for you new people coming in. We'll take a look inside the building right quick. We got our door frame put up here tonight. We got our stone walls here, all set up nice and neat. Here's the view from the inside looking out. So we do have a lot of work to do on the front of the structure as far as getting that closed in. But that's what we're working on in the next live stream, is closing in our front face and finalizing the door frame there. And then, yeah, we're going to be tightening this thing up pretty quick. It's going to be getting a lot cooler out here in the evenings. So we're going to have to get our fireplace up and running. We got to get the firebox built. Even without the chimney up there, we got to get the fireplace in here so we can have fires at night while we're out here working. Here this evening, for those who tuned in earlier to the live stream, we did get the stone walls there done. That stone wall over there, we got that all filled in. It's going to sit up over the next couple of days, and then we'll chink the inside of the stone wall. You can see one of the bigger stone walls here behind me. This is the primary fire reflecting wall, and then our fire goes right here, so it reflects right off of these stone walls. And we got the, I don't think we've actually shown this yet here in the dark, but we'll go ahead and take a peek at it, if I can get you at the right angle where you can see it real good. Our stone floor there, we got to get it all cleaned off, but it reflects light in here really well. So we got the stone floor, we got stone walls, we got the roof put on, and it's all sealed up, so if it starts raining, we don't have no problem with that. All we got to do is get our front face put on and our fireplace built in. the Huntsman's storybook inspired cottage will pretty much be done. And then we just come out here and hang out and make furniture and fix bushcraft bagels like Joe Robinette does. Because camp will all be done. Then it'll just be processing firewood. Well, and fall's coming, so we got to get supplies gathered up and stored here inside the shelter. Thank you, Strung Out. Appreciate that. We got to get supplies together, and that, like, we got to have some grasses together. We got to have our kindling together. We got to have some firewood processed, and inside the shelter where it's protected from, you know, the rain and wind and all that, and it can start seasoning a little bit. Snow, yeah, I ain't worried about snow yet for a couple of months, but like it got cool enough out here that I felt the need to throw my hoodie on. In fall nights, we get, like here where I'm at, we'll have like an 80-degree day, and then it'll drop down at 50 at night, and that just goes on and on like that. It's crazy. I'll be right back, guys. Oh, there we go. I tell you what, while we're bullshitting, let me get my axe out real quick. I'm gonna do some work here while we're just sitting here bullshitting inside the shelter. I am down to one more recharge on the battery pack. See that little light there? I got 4 LEDs here, so every time my phone recharges, a light goes out. So we're down to 1 light now, guys. So we're on our last bit of work here for this evening. I left this one beam extended out a little bit while I was building the frame of the structure. And the reason I did it, and I started working on this a while back. The reason I did it is because I want to turn this beam into a pretty good shelf. I had one live stream going on out here where I was just taking my axe and shaving the top of that beam off. And I got it shaved off enough to set my lantern up there pretty stable. But I want to get a little bit more of this shaved off, so I'm going to do that real quick. And the axe is really good for that because my axe is sharp as shit. And it just cuts right across it. So let me smooth this out some more. Get the lantern up here so I can see what I'm doing. It's hard to get at the right angle with that roof on there. There we go. That's better. So now I got me a little shelf there that I can set my stuff up on, and it's going to be stable. You sit that there. We're experimenting now. Water bottle. Trail mix. Beer can. Well, the shelf works. Tried and tested right here on the live stream. We just shaved it off with the axe, and that was that. I'm gonna have that going all the way across, and then I could put candles up there. I could put mason jar with tinder in it and keep it dry. So yeah, I have that beam on the inside of the shelter where I can store stuff up off the ground. Easy access, and it's just another storage space. We'll have stuff up all over there. It's the same with a lot of the stones. I can have candles on the stonework and things like that. So that worked out pretty good. Just like that. We just run our axe right across it and shaved off the top of that beam and made it into a shelf. That quick. Couple of seconds worth of work. The beam on the other side, I don't have that option. So we only have a shelf on one side, but we do have a shelf on the side. That's a nice little feature. Before you know it, I'll have cable television in here. Ooh, it's dark out there. We gotta be hiking out and into that dark. Now, I've taken y'all on night hikes with me before. I got one bar left on the charging pack, so the iPhone's gonna go for a little bit. Do you guys want to try to hike out with me in the dark? Oh yeah, fire in here is going to be absolutely beautiful. This build, I'll get into the story behind this build someday. I promise you I will get into why I built this structure the way that I did with the cob and stone and trying to make it look like a storybook cottage rather than a bushcraft build. It goes back a long way. It's a tribute to a story from my past. It's a tribute to a story that inspired the series. So in that story, I was given a book of fairy tales, Grim Jeep Things Outdoors. Hi and welcome. I was given a book of fairy tales, Grimm Brothers Fairy Tales. Very, very fancy book. It's got a gold laid in cover and shit like that. And I read this whole damn book. And I read it for a reason. Yeah, that was one of the aspects of my life story that played into this storybook cottage in the woods. That's where I got the inspiration, because there's like woodcut pictures inside this book, and there happens to be a photograph in there from one of the original Grimm fairy tales of a cottage in the woods. So that's what got my gears turning of taking this one step further from a survival shelter and turning it into something completely new, something that nobody's done before. So we're coming out here with a knife, an axe, a saw, and we're doing all of the build on live stream, so it's all captured right here live. Even the mistakes that I made when I first started this stream, you guys can go back on the channel and see this from beginning to end. The first time we tried live streaming this, I was raising the A-frame of the build, and the damn thing kept falling over on me on the live stream. It was embarrassing as hell, because no matter how I tried to raise this thing, it just kept falling over on me. I had to use support beams to get it up. You know, out here doing a build this size by yourself, and you don't have nobody to help keep this thing up. I had to use what was around me to prop it up with, so to basically give myself other arms. So all of the mistakes, all of the bloopers, everything's captured on the live streams. I don't go back and edit any of that stuff out, so this is as real as it gets. Now, back to the reality of the situation that we find ourselves in spite of the build being as awesome as it is. We do have limited battery power left available to us now, and we want to make the best of that battery power. So we're going to step outside the build here real quick and sit down one more time while I finish this cigarette and I get my gear prepped to hike through the woods, across the water. We gotta ford a creek 3 times to get out of here. We gotta go through a thicket patch to get out of here, and that's just getting back to my truck. After I get back to my truck, then it's another few miles to get home. So I'm gonna get everything together here that I need to be getting together, and as soon as I get it all organized, we're going to try to do a night hike here, right here on the live stream. So gotta have everything kind of rigged up here. I will stream for as long as I can, but like I said, I am now running out of battery life. We have gone for over 3 hours, almost 4 hours now on the battery life that I had available to me, but we're finally running a little low, so I'm just rigging up the gear for a night hike. Yeah. Actually, I want to do an overnight fishing trip. That'll be part of the regular Huntsman episode. I'll probably be using my main camera to film that fishing trip, but I do have a spot on the bank of the river where I go down night fishing a lot. And it's fun night fishing along the bank of the river. I have a great time down there. Yeah, I'll tell you what, we had like 20 people in here. Everybody forgets about that thumbs up. They forget to share it out too, like sharing it on Twitter or Facebook or anything like that. That's what really gets you over. It's a community effort. You know, people want to see this, or you got friends that might enjoy this. Hell yeah, get them in here, because I guarantee you they ain't never seen a build like this before. And there ain't too many outdoors channels out there that are going to do what I'm about to do right here on this live stream. Not only are we going to live stream this night hike and probably trip and kill ourselves, but we're going to do it with no survival gear whatsoever. So before we do the night hike, we're going to go down the hill here real quick. I'm going to walk you guys down the hill. I want to see what this thing looks like lit up from a distance. Let me turn you around here so y'all can see what I'm seeing. Hopefully you can make it out. So we step back a ways a little bit. There you can see our door frame. You can see where our fireplace goes in. Hopefully it's coming out. This shelter is coming along really well. I'm really proud of it. So that's the build so far. We got the roof on. We got the stone accent walls here in the front that you can't really see right now because it's too damn dark, but you can see that back stone wall a little bit. Once we get this closed in, having a fire in there is going to be absolutely beautiful. It'll be an experience. It won't be just a bushcraft build. It won't be just a camp. It'll be an experience. And this is just the first year of this build, guys. This is just getting the thing built. Imagine what I'm going to have inside and around this camp by this time next year. The cottage will be done. We'll be building furniture out here with whatever's available in the immediate area, like within 100 yards of this site. And for those of you who just come in who haven't heard before, we do have one of these stones, the same type of stone that I used here on the stone floor, that I'll be carving my subscribers' names into, along with the dates that we started the build and the date that we pack up and leave the camp on that stone. And we're going to leave it out here as a time capsule. So all of my subscribers who make themselves known, like if I recognize you, if I see you enough inside my live chats or in my comment section, or I know that you're sending super chat or supporting the channel in any way, all of my subscribers, my thank you is to have your names carved in stone, or your channel name carved in stone right here at my cottage, and leave it out here as a time capsule. So since we did this as a community, since we did this as a group, and we're sharing this all over the place that we can share it, everybody will have their names etched in stone and left out here on the time capsule. That'll be the last piece that we do for this build. And that is I thought that would be the best way to thank everybody who supported the series, supported the channel, supported this live stream series, and were here with me during this build. Carve your names in stone. We don't know what's going to happen to that stone after we pack up and move out of here. We're going to have it tucked away where it's safe. and somebody is going to dig it up sometime in the future. It could be out here for a year and somebody finds it. It could be out here for 100 years and somebody digs it up and it's got all these names on it and the remnants of this build. The stone floor, the build will probably be gone. The stone wall's down, but this floor, the foundation of this structure, is not going anywhere. That's a stone floor right on the ground. So there's a foundation of a structure here, and there's this stone with all of these names carved into it and these dates carved into it. And then, you know, we might even do some patterns, because I'll be etching the stone with the diamond bit Dremel, so we can do patterns in there and fancy it all up a little bit and leave this time capsule out here that could be out here for hundreds of fucking years before somebody finds it. But your names will be on that stone just for hanging out here with me. You don't really have to do anything. You don't have to send a super chat. You don't have to send me a PayPal or anything like that. Just leave a comment on the videos. Hit the thumbs up. Do the community stuff, you know. Share the videos out. Get your friends in here and say, hey, if you come and like this guy, if you like what he's doing, you hang out with him long enough, you get your name carved in stone at his bushcraft build. I don't know anybody else is going to do that. That's a pretty good tribute. Having a time capsule, a stone carved time capsule, is a pretty good tribute, I think. So let me get geared up here, guys. We'll try to do the best night hike that we can. I'll try to light it up as best as I can for you. We're going to use the headlamp. We'll use all the light sources that we have available to us to try to light up this night hike. But all I have available to me right now is the lights. I don't have survival gear with me, so we are not hiking out with survival gear. I do not have a med kit if I happen to fucking fall and cut my leg in the creek as I'm trying to ford the river. I'm not gonna have anything with me. No medical gear, no pack full of shit. All I got is fucking filming equipment. Hey, you don't have to. Everything on YouTube's voluntary. Some of the things I do and say ain't for everybody. Totally understand that. I ain't trying to be for everybody. The ones that are loyal to me, I'm loyal to them. I think that's a fair exchange. Yes, it was. Yeah, the material that we had for this build, there was another structure here, probably a homestead back in the 1800s, and we did harvest some of that stone and reuse it in this build. All right, the battery pack is completely gone, guys. We are out of light, so we are out of power, which means we got to start moving, because now that we're out of power, we have to switch to our backup, which is that light up there, which is also a rechargeable thing. Now that we tapped out all of our battery power, it is time to hike out. I got 18% on the Wi-Fi booster, and I don't know how much I got on the iPhone. 18% will get us out of the woods, I'm thinking. Like I said, we will try to light up this night hike as best we can. We are going to be hiking through the woods, down the creek, and through a thicket patch before we get out of here. And we're going to do that all right here on the live stream with no survival gear at all, just because Huntsman is a crazy sumbitch and he goes out and does stuff that's probably going to get somebody else hurt. Yeah, I've heard it all. We're going to do it anyway. Alright, so I can take my lantern and I'm going to hook it to my belt. That'll light my lower part, at least let me know where I'm stepping. I'll use the headlamp to try to light the way for you guys as best I can, and the side lamp. See what else we can get. It's gonna be dark, guys. It's gonna be very fucking dark, and it's gonna be risky doing this, but like I said, we're gonna do it anyway. I never hiked out of here at night while trying to carry the iPhone on a tripod and do all this other shit, but once I get situated here, that's what we're gonna do. Like I said, I will try to light the way for you guys as best I can. We're saying goodbye to the shelter. Let me turn you around so you ain't looking at my ugly mug. Saying goodbye to the shelter for the evening. One last look at it. We've been out here streaming since 6 o'clock. I don't know what time it is now for sure. It really don't matter. I just know it's dark, and that's the only time I know. It's either daytime or nighttime. Everything else in between is just a bunch of human anal retentive shit. We came out here and we worked on the build for as long as we could. We streamed for as long as we could, and now we're going to be hiking out. So let's try to get to it here. And like I said, I do not know how much this is going to light up for y'all. I'll try to adjust the headlamp there. You're probably going to see a spotlight there at the... There we go. Alright, that's about as best as I can get it, but we're going to be hiking out. Now this bluestone shell path here that's lighting up, you can see it kind of going off into the distance there. You see that, how that reflects? That's why we put that there. Just so it's easier to see our way out. If this cuts off, I want to go ahead and say it now before I do run out of power. If this happens to cut off before I can say goodbye to you guys and before we're out of the woods, thank you guys for coming along with me this evening. I really appreciate it. We're going to make our first crossing right here at the creek. Looks like the water cleared up, so it stopped raining down south. When I first got down here, this water was running muddy, which means it was raining south of me. It wasn't raining here, though. I was worried it was coming. Thank you guys for coming with me on this really fucking long live stream. We really did it up this time. We went all out with as much battery power as we could carry with us, really. And now we're hiking through the woods at night. If we happen to fall or something happens out here, we don't have no survival gear. We just gonna be stuck. So we gotta kind of be careful as we're going through. And I do this shit all the time, so I'm kind of comfortable with it. I've also traversed this route a million times. Yeah, no risk, no rewards. If I do happen to miss a comment as I'm walking out here, I do read the comments after I get back home. I sit down and watch the live stream and see what I can do a little bit better and catch up on comments that I might have missed while I was looking away from the iPhone or the camera or whatever else I'm using. We gotta make another crossing here. So we hiking through water and doing all this. It's very rocky, and there's some bigger boulders here. Some of it can get pretty slick with the algae on it. Other than that, this is an easy route out of the woods for a little while. Just got to watch my footing so I don't twist my ankle or something like that. But everybody hit that thumbs up. Everybody who shared this out on Facebook and Twitter, and let all your friends know that we do this kind of stuff out here. I really appreciate it. It helps out tremendously every time. The more people we got in here, the funner it is for everybody, because if I don't have anything to say, they might, and it sparks a whole new conversation, or they have a question, or they have a suggestion. And I do get a lot of suggestions for this build from people that are right there in that live chat window. Whether I get to see the comment right here on the live stream, or if I pick up on the comment while I'm going back and rewatching it, I do get a lot of suggestions for the build in the comments. Or people sending me private messages, whether it's through email or one of my social media pages. I get a lot of advice on how to make this build better and make the streams better. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate you streaming my stream while you're over there curling your hair and really not paying attention to it. That's sweet of you. So tomorrow night, if you guys want to tune in tomorrow night around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be streaming from my house, and we'll have the compound bow out. We're going to make some adjustments to the compound bow, and we'll be out back shooting it off a few times, see if we can get it sighted in. So we'll be hanging out at my house tomorrow night, and then we'll be back out here through the weekend doing some morning streams back there at the build. It'll actually be daylight out. We'll be doing early morning streams Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that's just because I work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. So we'll stream in the morning. or early afternoon, and then I'll go to work, and then I'll come back out and stream again the next day. So there's still plenty of time to hang out with us on the series. We still got a lot of wood processing to do, and eventually we'll get to the point where we just get to hang out at camp. Look at that big ass boulder. And now I'm kind of losing my way a little bit because I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. Let's just cut up right here. Now I'm not too far away from the thicket patch, guys. Whenever I get to you see these thorns? That's what I'm about to hike through. Shit like that. Whenever I get up here just a little bit further, I am going to have to cut everything off. I do not go through this thicket patch with my iPhone exposed because I don't want it getting all snagged up on one of these briars and falling off in the woods. I don't do it in the daytime. I sure as hell don't want to do it at night. So we're going to wrap this up right here, guys, because I'm getting pretty close to where this gets a lot thicker. I really do appreciate everybody that came with me. Thank you everybody who sent me a super chat this evening. That's much appreciated and very helpful. We always use that stuff to help build the channel with and bring you guys all new content and streams just like this. In order to do streams like this, I have to buy the data in order to stream it out to you guys. So those super chats and people supporting the channel through the PayPal link on the homepage of the channel, all that stuff is what goes to buying the data to keep these streams going. So I'm getting into the thick of it right now, guys. I still got a little ways to go. Please don't worry, I'm almost out of the woods. I got one more creek crossing here, and then I get into some really heavy, thick shit, and that's where we'll be cutting the stream off. So please say your goodbyes now. Anybody in the chat, make sure you check out each other's channels. You might see something you never seen before. Make a new friend. Get inspired. And then you can come out here and do all the same kind of crazy shit that I do. Whenever you lose your mind by getting inspired by too many people. So here's our last water crossing. Not too bad. Light's still going strong, but the battery is dying. I find out where I need to go up on the bank. And that's where we're going to wrap up for this evening, guys. Extremely long live stream. I had a lot of fun, though. It was a good time hanging out with you guys and getting the stone walls done on the build. So now we just got to come back out, cut a little bit more wood, and we will have a cottage to look at rather than a skeleton of a structure. I got to pay attention now to the bank here, guys. I got this very narrow window up here somewhere. You see how thick this is? I got to climb through this at some point. I have a very narrow window where I can break through this, and I got to be getting to that. So don't worry about my last few hundred yards out of the woods. I am actually almost out of the woods now. I just got to get through this heavy thicket patch, and I will see you guys again tomorrow night at 8. Like I said, we'll be hanging out at the house shooting off the compound bow. So if you want to learn a little bit about compound bows and getting them all adjusted and sighted in, please tune in for that. We'll have a few beers, kick back, have a good time there at the house, and then we will be back out here at the Bushcraft build again this weekend for some more live streaming fun. I need to get off of here now, though, and find my way out of all of this. So thank you guys for coming with me. I'll see you next time.